Napheesa Collier's five-word Sophie Cunningham stance turns heads. Minnesota Lynx star Napheesa Collier shared an interesting sentiment about Sophie Cunningham. The Indiana Fever are set to face the Minnesota Lynx 3 times in their next 9 games, including them facing Minnesota twice in a row across their next 2 contests on August 22 and August 26, respectively. However, the Fever will have to do so without standout guard Sophie Cunningham, as Cunningham suffered a torn MCL in her right knee during the Fever's August 17 game against the Connecticut Sun. This is just the most recent of Indiana's recent woes, as 2 of their point guards, Sydney Colson and R.A. McDonald, are already out for the season with serious lower body injuries, while star guard Caitlin Clark remains out with a groin injury she suffered while playing the Sun last month. Then again, the Lynx aren't completely healthy either. Superstar forward and 2025 WNBA MVP candidate Napheesa Collier hasn't played since August 2 because of an ankle issue, and she is currently considered questionable to play against Indiana on Friday. Napheesa Collier gets honest about Sophie Cunningham's growth. Collier and Cunningham grew up around the same area, as Collier is from Jefferson City, Missouri, while Cunningham is from Columbia, Missouri, which is about 40 minutes apart from each other by car. And during Collier's interview with Sue Bird for her Bird's Eye View podcast that was released on August 22, Collier spoke about having faced off against Cunningham during her childhood. When Bird asked whether Collier even played against Cunningham when the two were younger, Collier said, "I've played against Sophie since I was in 8th grade. Bird then asked how Collier would describe Cunningham then compared to now. "She is the exact same." "Yeah," Collier answered with a smile. While Collier didn't expand on this sentiment, there's no indication that she necessarily meant this as a bad thing. Although it's still funny to hear her share this, regardless of what she meant by it. Collier and Cunningham's impact for Fever and Lynx. While it's still unclear whether Collier will suit up against Indiana on Friday, there's no doubt that the Fever's chances of winning will increase if she doesn't play, given how much of an impact player she is. The Fever and Lynx have played once this season for the WNBA Commissioner's Cup Championship, which doesn't count toward the regular season standings. Both Collier and Cunningham played in that game, as Cunningham scored 13 points and grabbed 7 rebounds, while Collier had 12 points and 9 rebounds. The Fever won 74-59.